From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has reaffirmed the Philippines' strong and enduring partnership with the Asian Development Bank or ADB, calling the institution the country's most important partner in fostering economic development. During newly elected ADB President Masato Kanda's courtesy call in Malacañang on Wednesday, President Marcos stressed the significant role the ADB has played in the Philippines' growth, which traces its roots back to his father's administration, the late former President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. The chief executive highlighted the historical importance of the ADB's establishment in the country on December 19, 1966. At that time, the ADB had only 31 members, serving a predominantly agricultural region. Today, it has 69 members, with 49 based in Asia, expanding its reach and influence. The ADB has been among the Philippines' top sources of official development assistance, or ODA, which funds big-ticket infrastructure projects and various government programs. Among the initiatives supported by the ADB under the current administration are the Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge Project, the Davao Public Transport Modernization Project, and the Climate Change Action Program. Other notable programs include the Build Universal Healthcare Program, the Health System Enhancement to Address and Limit COVID-19 or HEAL Project, the Competitive and Inclusive Agriculture Development Program, and the Walang Gutom 2027 Food Stamp Program. Kanda, who assumed the ADB presidency on February 24th, expressed his commitment to continuing the strong partnership and advancing the bank's role in helping the Philippines achieve its development goals. He will serve the remainder of the term of former President Masatsugu Asakawa, whose tenure ends on November 23, 2026. President Marcos Jr. also expressed optimism about the future, noting the increased and very promising support of the ADB to the country.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ordered authorities to pursue the criminal syndicate behind the kidnapping of a foreign student in Taguig City. In a palace briefing Wednesday, Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla Jr. bared that the syndicate was involved in a Philippine offshore gaming operator or POGO firm. The student, enrolled at an international school in Taguig, was rescued by the Philippine National Police or PNP after being kidnapped on February 20th. Remulla said the police are fully aware of the kidnappers' identities. Remulla also revealed that some absent without official leave or AWOL police and military members serve as bodyguards for the syndicate's key figures. Let's listen to the statement of Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary John Vic Remulla Jr.
Andito puro kami para isaad ang nangyari ukol sa isang kidnapping case sa isang estudyante mula sa isang prestigious international school sa Taguig City. Ito po ay naganap noong February 20. Approximately 3:45 in the afternoon ay nagbigay alam ang magulang na ang anak nila na dismiss ng 2:40 p.m. ay hindi pa nakakauwi. Subsequently, nahanap ang abandoned Everest vehicle sa off-ramp ng southbound ng C5. After which, he was only considered a missing person but assumed to be a kidnapping case. The next day, Feb 21, sa Bulacan, San Rafael.
Taguig sir, nag-report yung parents.
Nag-report ang parents. Subsequently, sa San Rafael, Bulacan, nahanap ang isang vehicle na ando doon yung driver ng bata na murdered. The driver of the child was found murdered inside another vehicle. In that vehicle, yielded information regarding the syndicate which operates in this manner. Now, the contents of that include pictures, conversations, cell phone numbers, strategies, casings of how they would do the job. Now, the driver is already deceased, so he cannot be considered a person of interest. However, the vehicle where he was found yielded evidence. Subsequently, a demand ransom of $20 million was made. Ito po ay hiningi at tinanggihan ng magulang. Katapos po nun, nung Sabado, ay naglabas po ng video na yung bata ay pinuputulan ng daliri. Nung kinalingguhan ay nagkaroon na naman ng conversation. Ito po ay humingi ang magulang ng proof of life. Yung proof of life ay pinakita yung bata na kumakanta ng paboritong awitin ng kanyang nakababatang kapatid. Kumanta yung bata, nakangiti naman, at nakita na, at mula sa video niya ay mukhang in good health. Nung Lunes ay nag-yield na ang AKG ng positive results out of the evidence found nang nagbiping na ng signal ang mga cellphone ng mga abductor. You have to understand that this group is very sophisticated. Yung tawag nila at kung nasaan yung bata ay magkahiwalay na lugar. Pero ang daming numerong naiwan doon. Kahapon, simula nung early afternoon, ay na-detect ang signal ng isang sasakyan na nanggaling doon sa listahan ng cellphone ng driver. Habang nangyayari yun, ay gumawa na sila ng hot pursuit operation. Let me make it clear na hindi nila alam kung anong sasakyan yan. Nakuha lang nila ang numero and they were tracing the signal. At approximately 8 p.m., they were a few hundred meters away from the cellphone na gumagalaw. And in that pursuit, a few minutes after, in the Paranaque area, may nakita silang isang bata na nakapajama na nakatayo sa gitna ng kalye na may benda ang kamay. The choice was pursuing the vehicle or securing the child. Obviously, ang AKG, inuna yung bata. Kinuha yung bata, dinala sa ama, at nireconcile namin lahat. Nag-identify naman, nakita na yung bata ay pinutulan ng daliri mula sa kanan. Sa kanan, no? Kanan, mula dito sa dulo. Yung bata ay matapang, hindi siya umiiyak. Masaya nakita ang kanyang magulang. Pinakita ang kanyang ang ama ay nataranta. Dinala namin yung bata sa ospital. Nagkaroon ng maikling debriefing at ngayon ay nakahiwalay na yung pamilya. Let me make another point clear. The ransom demand went from $20 million to $1 million to no ransom being paid by the family. I would like to congratulate the AKG, the NCPRO, for their vigilant efforts in chasing after this. This is a function of effective policing. Ginamit nila ang kanilang resources, lahat ng kanilang human resources, intelligence sources, para matukoy kung nasaan ito. Let me make it clear, hindi pa tapos to. Uulitin ko, ito ay resulto ng pogo. We suspect na ang tinanggal ang biktima ay galing sa pamilya na nag-ooperate ng pogo dati. We are definite na ang sindikato na nasa likod ng kidnapping ay former operators ng pogo din. We are definite na ang perpetrators ay ginamit ang kanilang mga former bodyguards na awol na ngayon sa serbisyo ng AFP at PNP. Awol. So they're no longer in service. So we are sure that the syndicate is still here in the country. We will make sure that they will be neutralized at the soonest possible time. We will make sure that this kind of crime will not pay at sisiguraduhin namin na ang katarungan ay mabibigay sa pamilya ng biktima.
That was Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary John Vic Remulla Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, France has initiated a major ocean conservation campaign in the Philippines ahead of the 3rd United Nations Ocean Conference, or UNOC3, in Nice this June. The new call to action, called the 100 Days for the Ocean, aims to mobilize stakeholders in creating a massive climate-themed artwork using 1,600 solar-powered lamps made from recycled bottles and solar recharging systems. The project highlights innovation by utilizing affordable, durable, and sustainable materials to produce natural lighting. During the launch at her residence in Makati City, French Ambassador to the Philippines, Marie Fontanelle, said, "Both France and the Philippines must again significantly, rapidly, and sustainably reduce global greenhouse gas emissions, as well as champion the message of action, solidarity, and long-term commitment." France remains committed to its shared goal with the Philippines in the fight against climate change. Through the initiative, France also aims to raise awareness about the preservation of marine ecosystems among the public. To create the mobilization across these 100 days leading to the UNOC3, partners from civil society, non-government organizations, universities, the private sector, and French agencies will be invited once a month to collectively build the lanterns. The launch of the 100 Days for the Ocean, a partnership between the French Embassy in Manila and the Filipino non-government organization, or NGO, Litter of Light, coincides with the 10th anniversary of the Manila Call to Action on Climate Change.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine Department of National Defense or DND Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr. has called on the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN member states to remain united in the face of security challenges in the region. In his remarks during the ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting retreat at Penang, Malaysia on Wednesday, Chodoro underscored the importance of unity to maintain peace and solidarity in the Southeast Asian region. Secretary Chodoro highlighted that amid the shifting geopolitical landscape, the actions of a few states are reshaping global relations. The DND chief also reaffirmed Manila's long-standing commitment to regional peace and pointed out the importance of articulating the realities of the current geopolitical environment to remain adaptive to rapid change and uncertainties. Chodoro also cited that President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has underscored the importance of ASEAN upholding the rule of law against contemporary challenges. The DND chief also urged ASEAN to strengthen operational cooperation by expanding joint patrols, exercises, and intelligence sharing to build trust among regional defense forces. He also shared the success of the Philippines' trilateral cooperation with Indonesia and Malaysia, saying such collaborative efforts should be further developed to address pressing security concerns. Chodoro also warned against external attempts to sow division within Southeast Asia, saying that ASEAN must reject external influences that seek to fragment the region. ASEAN, the DND chief said, must remain steadfast in its commitment to independence and strategic autonomy. He further reiterated that the ongoing threats to Philippine sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea are not merely a domestic or regional concern, but a global issue that impacts the stability of the international system. Chodoro highlighted the Philippines' commitment to multilateralism, diplomacy, and the peaceful resolution of disputes in accordance with international law. He urged ASEAN members to act decisively in preserving peace and stability, emphasizing that the bloc's strength lies in its ability to cooperate, consult, and take collective action when necessary.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, International Labor Organization or ILO Assistant Director General for Governance, Rights and Dialogue, Manuela Tomei, on Wednesday led the discussions on two significant ILO conventions that promote enhanced protection of all workers against all forms of abuse, harassment, and violence during a forum at Westin Hotel in Mandaluyong City. The forum focused on the ILO Domestic Workers Convention 189 and the Violence and Harassment Convention 190. The forum, organized by the Department of Migrant Workers or DMW in partnership with the ILO Manila, aims to highlight the relevance of ILO Conventions 189 and 190 on labor migration governance and how these frameworks are being implemented across the world, including the best practices and experiences of the Philippine government. Earlier, Migrant Workers Secretary Leo Magpayo met with Assistant Director General Tomei for a breakfast meeting. Magpayo said the forum is an opportune time to assess DMW's compliance with the conventions in adherence to its rights-based approach in ensuring the utmost protection of OFWs and their families. The Philippines has ratified 39 ILO conventions including Conventions 189 and 190, both of which remain in force. Government agencies and key stakeholders participated in the forum to review how these conventions are being implemented worldwide. The forum also highlighted best practices, including the Philippines' approach to upholding labor rights.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, has rescued 14 individuals from a sinking boat in waters between Balicasag Island and Panglao in Bohol Province. In a situation report on Wednesday, the PCG said the rescued individuals were on board MBCA Ayoshi Kim Rin 8 in transit to Panglao on Tuesday when it malfunctioned and stopped moving, resulting in damage to the boat when it encountered big waves and strong currents. A rescue team from the PCG substation Balicasag was dispatched to rescue the passengers and later towed the half-submerged bangka en route to the coastline of Panglao. The report said that the PCG rescue team safely transferred the 12 passengers, one boat captain, and one crew member of the distressed motor bangka to MBCA Nika and Nia Nash. All rescued persons were found to be in good physical condition and were turned over to the Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Office, or MENRO, Panglao, for further assistance.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 9.475 MHz, 15.640 MHz, and 17.820 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.